another good example of it's not really worth it. At least I don't think so. You can have a different opinion. That's what America's built on, is opinions. I fought for your right in the Marine Corps to have your opinion. We can disagree. And today we may. The first anniversary set bundle, is it really worth that high price? Now, it's gone down a little for quite a little bit before this SummerSlam. We have seen it priced out around $700 to $720. Most recently, about $715. And I don't think it's worth that price. I purchased mine for like 125 bucks, 150 bucks, something like that, before everybody was really, all eyes on Dragon. And then it just skyrocketed. And I digress. But when you look at the cards that are inside of the first anniversary set bundle, I see some potential. I see some justifications, but I see a lot of who cares. So I want to dive into this. I looked at the numbers. First, I want to start with what it's going for today. Now, today, as of the recording of this, we're about a week behind. So this was July 17th. If this gone up or down, I got to base it off. July 17th, first anniversary. Right now, going for $650. Now, prior to this video, as I was preparing for a lot of this, I usually prepare these, ideas and stuff a little ahead. This was $715. And I remember that number, stuck. And I think even at $650, and you got 4 copies, shout out East Coast Collectible, Summer Slump, you're lowering your price. That's pretty cool. Good for you, man. See, what are you at? 100%? 51 sales? Good for you, man. Is it worth $650 still, though? Like, I'm sure if you combined, and I've done that, you combined all of those cards that are inside of this. By the way, like 85% of this box is empty. You'd get this sort of value, maybe, kind of, not really. I love this layout. Let's just talk about it. It's very easy to look at these cards. So I want to, shout out to the Dragon Ball Super Card Game website. You got Whis, Gohan and Piccolo, Gotenks. Galley Guns, awesome. One of my favorites. The androids, this is just brutal. The Vegeta, Jesus Lord. Destructive Strength. You got Son Goku. Frieza destroying the planet. Pan and his grandfather. Grade 8 baby. Kind of. Okay. Cabbage Patch Kids. Videl, I get. Bulma, I get. Zarbon and Dodoria. Okay. Bola. By the way, she's 9 years old. You gooners. And, creme de la creme. The big boy. You go on the porn set, and this is the guy that's... his knees are a little weak every time he walks. He's got a big guy. So when we look at the set, when I look at the set, there's some hitters, there's some misses, and there's some okays. I think your misses, Zarbon, Dodoria, weird choice. Yeah, they were kind of important. You could, on Namek, they both died separately, alone. The Cabbage Patch Kids, yeah, super, all right. I get it. You got to give some for the Gooners. You give them some of those. I don't understand Great Baby. GT, okay. A Great Baby Ape. Super Death Ball, I don't know. Pan, all right, yeah. I get it. Frieza destroying planet Vegeta, got it. Goku, get it. Brutal. Androids, get it. Galick Gun, get it. I wish Piccolo and Gohan a little bit of a different artwork. Gotenks, okay, whatever, I get it. Whis, I would prefer Beerus and Whis. The dynamic duo, personally. But when we look at the card values for these cards, and maybe you agree, maybe you disagree, all the cards are here except for the energy marker. I got another tab for that. The cards that you think are going to be big hits are kind of the expected big hits, right? Like Son Goku first anniversary. Makes sense. Gallic Gun, Destructive. Makes sense. Bulla, I think it's a Gunner card. I think it's a nightstand copy. Again, she's 9 years old. Relax. You know, Pan. If you're a Pan fan, great. You know, go. I think this one's a little undervalued. Frieza destroying Planet Vegeta. The rest of them, I think, are a little overvalued. Like $20 for Grade 8 Baby first anniversary. It's not. I love GT. I think Baby was the greatest storyline that it had, and I would compare it to a couple other storylines too. But $20 for it. Cabbage Patch Kids $9. Zarbon, good. You deserve $7. Whis $20. There's not a lot of Whis cards. Again, I think it could have been a different card. But when you add all of these up, and you add up the big boy energy marker 32 Shenron first anniversary, comes up to $715. Again, that number stuck out to me because I was like, wow, this is the first time I actually added up all of the cards in a set, and it actually equaled what was previously there, $715. And now it's at $650. But these cards didn't really catch up. So even now, more so than when I was originally prepping for this episode, there's this weird disparity where, you know, the card values are still high, but the box value is lower. So is it a good time to buy the box RAM? I still don't think so. You're going to spend $715, and that's just these listings here. That's not the shipping, tax, whatever RAM. It's not a big deal. Let's just call it $740. Do you really think you're going to sell the Cabbage, the Zarbons, the Whis, the Grade A, the Gohan Ascended, the Androids at that price point? Gotenks? You'll probably get that for these nightstand copy Gunner cards, but you know, you'll probably get these at or a little above, but I'm not really seeing it. I would rather personally buy the cards that I like. The must-haves, you need to go. This was a $300 card a couple weeks ago. $215. Yeah, I think it's still a good buy. First anniversary. You can only get this in that anniversary box. So do you want to pay $650 plus, or do you just want to pay $215 for it? I'd rather pay $215 because at one point they were selling for $1,000. Now it's gone down, right? $500, $600, $600. I think this is a pretty good price point for them. There was one big sale for like $1,600, another one for like $12. It was kind of crazy. Let's see if I can see it in here. Yeah, there's a $1,000 sale. There's a $3,000. That's a black label. $2,000 for a 10. BGS. But, you know, Summer Slump RAM. See, we're proving it to you. Okay, well then more of a reason to buy it. I would honestly rather just buy this card raw. Now I'm going to do some math. $215. I would rather buy first anniversary Goku, $95. I would rather buy both the Destructive Strength and Gallic Gun. There's another $120. And kind of call it there. I would kind of call it there. Now I'm in $435. Do I think these remaining cards, you know, I think it's weird if you want Bola. She's 9. Fun fact. These other ones, you know, I'm married. I don't need these little nightstand copies by my wife. So, you know, Cabbage Patch Kids. I think you're better off if you're really interested in the cards in this. You buy these 3 here. You buy the energy marker. You're in under $500. You can grade them all. You're now under $600. You do it nice and slow. Let it fermate. It's fine wine. You can get easily $2,000 out of that $500 investment or extra money. Easy. Easy. Especially with us being in a slump. Let's say this goes up back to $700. That one card, $700, that covers all of your expenses. Now the 3 cards that you graded that are likely lower plop, Gallic Gun, Destructive. I mean, Broly, Vegeta, and Goku. Yeah, dude, those are movers. Does someone want a BGS 10 Gotenks? Yeah, probably. Are they going to pay the high premium? Probably not. But for these bad boys, I remember when this was a little bit cheaper, I sold my BGS 10 for almost 300 bucks. So if I sell that one for 300, the other one for 700, I'm in at 1,000 now. I could probably squeeze in another grand out of these two. So do I really want to spend 650 bucks? And there's only really a couple of cards that I would really focus on in there. Me personally, again, I rip mine. If you join us on Whatnot, ooh, dollar start everything. If you join us there, my background is my actual first year anniversary bundle set. It's open. It's my background. I love that Shenron shop. They're here. So do I want to spend 650 bucks on a box or even more? I mean, this is the only guy selling it. So do I really want to spend seven? Once that's gone, you think he's going to be, ironic name, DS Portable, but you have an overpriced, whatever. Do you think these ones here, you think they're going to lower their price? No, I don't think the card value inside of this set is there yet. I think what you're going to find is that you should be buying these, and these. Yeah, maybe you can make an argument for some others. Hey, look, I'm not here to yuck on your yum. You know what I'm saying? If you love Frieza destroying Planet Vegeta because you're a sociopath, go for it. Ram, I only collect girl cards. I want the Pan. I want the Bola. I want the Videl and the Bulma. Okay, go after it. I'm not going to stop you. I want the Cabbage Patch Kids. I want Whis. I guess more for the sister than anything. But what do you think? Should you be dropping $650? There's only 4 more copies. By the time this video released, that price might go up, or that actual set, these exact 4 might just be gone. Someone might be like, nah, Anthony, I didn't realize it was that low. I would have bought it if it was at $700, but I'm definitely going to buy it at $650. You might scoop these up. By the time you're watching this, this might already be gone. If that's the case, me, personally, I'm picking up these 3 and the Shenron. Especially at $215. Especially at $215, baby. Look at this. 300, 300, 300. 300, 300, 300. 300. Like, this is not bonkers, dude. 300, 300. Look, it just kept on going up. It's back to let me see. It's not that low. Beginning of summer prices. Pick up those 4 cards or pay the extraordinarily large amount, $650, to get the Cabbage Patch Kids. Yo, tell me, is that it? Is this what we're gonna? Is the Cabbage Patch Kids maybe where it's at? Is there a Reddit group that's just all separate universe? We're not talking about Universe 7. We're talking about every other universe, Ramp. You're so out of the loop. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's Zarbon and Dodoria fans out there. They got them tattooed on their arm, ready to go. That they're like, Ram, F you. I love Bola. I'm not doing it for that. I'm doing it for the Vegeta with no mustache in the back. Yeah, I bet you are. I bet you're buying this set for the Great 8 baby, right? Yeah. I bet it's the androids. Like, we don't have enough androids. Like, we don't have a million android cards. Like, yeah, okay, it's cool, but I can think of a couple better ones. I'll tell you right off the top of my head, Aura Farming, they got that nice, it's got the little stamp. I wish I could remember it, but there's a lot more you're gonna get me rolling now. There's a lot more better Android cards. Like, that's not that great of a Son Gohan Piccolo card. I'm sorry. Whis? I'd rather have Beerus and Whis. Gotenks? It reminds me too much of, he's doing the same pose in like 4 other cards. Obviously, those cards likely came out after this, but still. That one's sick. What do you think, chat? Am I crazy? Is it worth it? Is it worth $650? Do me a favor. If you're watching this and it just released, go on to TCG. Tell me if those are even still available. I'm not buying them. I'll tell you that right now. You tell me what you think, chat. Drop it below. Like this, share it, subscribe. Make sure you follow us on Whatnot. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. And we'll be back tomorrow with another little bit of Ram Fam knowledge to share with you. And you can tell me you love it. You can tell me you hate it. Just tell me what you think. See you then.